Welcome to Education in Isolation. Hi, my name's Drew Evans and I'm the founder and director of Kaifu Property. First of all, I want to say a massive thank you to everybody sitting at home for taking the time to put in your name and email address and follow through this series over the next 14 modules. The whole idea of this series is to show you what makes the difference between your professional wholesale investors versus your traditional retail investors. Have you ever thought what makes the difference between people like Harry Triguboff or Tim Gurner versus your traditional mum and dad investors who buy one and maybe get stuck at two investments? Not that there's anything wrong with that. At the end of the day, it's all about educating yourself and your team to learn about what makes the difference between the two styles of investing. And that's what I hope to deliver over the next 14 modules to you. As I mentioned previously, my agenda is this. If you like what you see and you like to learn about the strategies that we're going to adopt, and if you personally feel that you don't have the time, the skills, the experience, or the industry contacts to bring it all together, we would love the opportunity to talk to you about how we're personally doing it and how we could help you do it as well. So that's my hidden agenda, right? There's nothing for sale. Sit back, relax, and please get educated through these uncertain times. So to kick off with, I think it's important you understand a little bit about my background and where I've come from. So over the last sort of decade, I've been in the property investment space and the wealth creation sort of industry. I started off my career working for National Australia Bank, and whilst that was great experience, it probably wasn't for me. You know, selling managed funds and insurance products wasn't my cup of tea. But in saying that, I love helping people and I love learning about generating wealth and helping clients do the same thing. I then moved on and actually started working for Newcastle's biggest house and land developer. For me, this was probably the school of hard knocks to understand exactly what's involved in running big business. Great experience, but again, probably wasn't for me given the nature of that business and how they carried themselves out. I then moved to Sydney and actually started working for Australia's biggest education company. And that was tremendous experience in the first few years anyway, because that company really had the best interests of their clients at heart. As time sort of progressed though, without speaking too badly, the interest shifted away from helping the client's bottom line to possibly helping their own. But in saying that, in 2015, I was very fortunate because my property portfolio at the time produced enough positive income or positive cash flow for me to quit my job and for me to live completely rent-free in Sydney. That is, the rental income that my portfolio was generating was paying for all of my rents in Sydney and all of my expenses. So I started off my property investing career rent vesting. That is, renting where you want to live and investing when you can make a whole heap of cash. So in 2015, Kaifu Property was born. Now, I've also got a business partner, Damien Lee, who no doubt you guys will speak to if we end up working together. But throughout that time, we've helped hundreds of clients. In fact, between Damien and myself, we've helped clients invest in over $1 billion worth of real estate. Again, not to impress you, but impress upon you that we know what we're doing. We know the tips and the strategies that really does make the difference between your traditional retail investor and your professional investors as well. Now, for myself personally, over the last 9 years, I've built up a property investment portfolio that's valued in excess of $10 million. Now, I don't own all my properties. Jeepers, I wish I did. The CBA, I can assure you, is very, very happy with me. In fact, my portfolio is sitting at about a 59% loan to value ratio, something that I'm wanting to get down as quickly as I can, at which point I'm using property development as a tool to do exactly that. In times like this, it's so important to have the right strategy in place in terms of cash flow. So my portfolio today generates $421,000 a year in rental income. Again, not to impress you, but impress upon you that in times like these, the cash flow needs to look after your portfolio. And that's one of the biggest mistakes I see people making is that they tie themselves to a job just to support their property portfolios. For me, it should be completely the other way around. Your job should not be tying you to your portfolio. Your portfolio should be producing enough income so that you can step away from your job and give you more choices. In this masterclass, we're going to go through little tips and strategies on exactly how to do exactly that. But my company, again, we started at the bottom and we progressively moved our way forward. In 2018, we actually got nominated as a finalist for the Best Property Investment Advisory Business for 2018. We came runner-up, something I'm extremely proud of. But fast forward to 2019, we actually got nominated as the best property investment advisory business in the whole entire country. An achievement I'm incredibly proud of. I can't wait until the results come out for 2020 because our business seems to be going from strength to strength to strength. Anyway, that's enough about me. In this masterclass, you're going to learn exactly what to do, but you're also going to learn exactly what not to do. I'm going to talk to you through some of the most basic fundamentals when it comes to finance. I'm going to talk you through the difference between what makes a retail investor versus a professional wholesale investor. I'm going to talk to you about how development comes together and some of the key things that you need to look at to make sure that you protect the downside. For me, capital protection is just as important as profit creation. Warren Buffett always says, The 2 rules of money are: number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2 is never forget rule number 1. So I do just exactly that in my portfolio. So again, a massive big thank you to everybody tuning in at home. I hope you get a lot of value over the next 14 modules. But as I said before, if you want to learn how we can help you personally, please click on the link on this page. You've got my phone number, you've got my team's number. Get in touch with us and we'd love to show you exactly how you can take advantage of these opportunities as well. Have a great day and we'll see you at module number 2.